I'm currently serving up until today-ish as the president-ish. You can have that. As the president of the San Francisco chapter of IABC. We were just chatting. We have of course a typed up agenda as communicators would for this evening, and we want to cover a few important points. First of all, thank you very much for coming. I recognize a lot of faces, and I don't recognize a few others, which is always a good thing at these kind of events. So probably the reason you're here, just like many of us, is to get a chance to meet others, see folks that you've had a chance to meet over the last years, 2 years, 20 years in some cases. But really, this is a celebration event. This is the only time that we come together for really just to acknowledge the volunteers that have done all of what they've done. I'll say a few things about that in a minute. Over the past year specifically, but as we all know, many of the volunteers in this room have done a lot for many years. So in the role that I'm in, sincere thanks to everyone for having done all of what they've done, but I also want to highlight just a couple of folks. Thank you to Rika. Where's Rika? Hi. Now again, I'm not going to call out everybody, I'm probably going to forget a couple, but one of the things amongst many that we did together really well, and you led the charge, was all of the great events and programs past year. So,
here. All right.
There are just a few very high-touch opportunities throughout the year that are really delivering on the promise that we're making to members in terms of the value that they're expecting, having paid what they may have paid to become members, and that's a real big one. So you've done an amazing job over the last year, really furthering the foundation, and we've just speaking to some of the volunteers that have already expressed interest in sustaining that work that you've done. So I hope you feel really good about what's to come, and I want to call you out specifically. The communications portfolio, it comprises of the website and all of the event marketing. So one of the reasons why you're here, whether it was on social or through the emails, the newsletters, the team, Janelle and Lisa and Allison and Paul, I don't know if he's here, everyone, as I'm probably forgetting somebody, has done a really great job doing what you said you'd do. You know, when you came in last year, you set a strategy and you followed through with it. Appreciate that and acknowledge all of you. Lisa here. Thank you very much. There are a couple of, and I can keep going, whether it was communications, whether it was the leadership, not speaking about myself, but all the leaders. There's about 5 to 7 folks that were on the calls every single month, that were doing what they do at different events, whether it was Nigel and team, I saw him here somewhere. On the networking areas. In the networking night event, the Independent Communicators Roundtable has been a real successful event, particularly over the past year.
Thanks to Stacy.
Thanks to Stacy.
Here.
There she is.
Right.
Thank you. Just say one more thing about the Independent Communicators Roundtable. There are a lot of consultants and independents, even some of the folks that I met this evening. It's one of the 4 or so categories of programs that we have that really delivers on this promise of connecting communicators around the Bay. And there are a wide variety of communicators in multiple disciplines, and to know that you could show up because of the work that Stacey and others have done it makes me feel really good when I'm making that promise, and I know all the other volunteers and leaders really appreciate that as well. So again, thank you very much. And there's more to come, I'm sure, over the next year in that category. There are a few folks, Terry being one of them, who is not here. Nigel, who I called out a little earlier, and then Morgan, who was the past president last year, that have spent many years, particularly the last few years, committed to their responsibility. Nigel, for example, has been leading Net9 for what, 3 years now. That's the monthly dinner that he and others put on, and it's an extraordinary job, and I completely understand taking a break. But I wanted to call you out. But I want to call you out specifically because we know you have a lot of other things going on in your life. We really appreciate everything that you've done. Thank you. Thank you. there are a lot of new faces here, as I said earlier, so I don't want to keep going on. We have a lot to cover. I want to introduce Ed Cameron, who is the incoming president of the San Francisco chapter.
Great. Well, we have one thanks that has not yet been said, and it's to you, Preston. Thank you for a fantastic year, for bringing your energy and talent to the chapter. I'm really lucky to have you. And next year, as past president, I really look forward to working together, but thanks so much for everything. It's been great. Thank you all for coming here tonight. This is really our celebration of the past year, but also looking ahead to 2013 to 14, our board year. And we have some of our chapter positions filled. We're pretty well along the board, thanks to our planning committee. We have a lot of openings, however, for both one-time, event-driven volunteer opportunities or really ongoing ones for the whole board year. And we really have a lot of flexibility to shape opportunities for your schedule. So we have some positions we'll be recruiting for, but also we just really encourage you to get involved, start a dialogue, and hear how we can, make the chapter volunteer experience a good one for you and how you can get involved in a way that really works for you and whatever you're hoping to get out of your membership or your career. And to that end, what we'll be doing after we talk to you, we'll be following up, and we're going to be sending a board slate out to our membership that we'll be approving by email, and then we start on July 1st. So that's really our process. It's pretty informal, and we do welcome non-members and volunteer roles. Our formal board positions are limited to our members, but informal volunteer opportunities are open to all. And so what we'll be doing today is after this, we're just going to have 3 little informal stations. One back here will be Kamna, talking about membership. Over around here, we wanted to gather everyone who wants to talk about programs. Rika, our outgoing VP.
They can gather there.
We'll come to you. We'll come to you, Rika.
Mountain is right here.
And I thought we could move communications right over there, the corner over there. And just, we can circulate around and just please feel free to stop by, ask about opportunities. If you want to know what those portfolios do, just let folks know. We really want to start talking, start dialogue. And also, please ask me any questions you like. And throughout the year, I really value your feedback. We want to make this the best experience for you. We want you to get a lot of your membership. So please open door, and please keep your comments coming. Thank you so much.
I will say one more thing to give additional context for each of the 3 categories, and part of this is also acknowledging some of the work that's been done in the last year. When you look at membership and what's being done to engage members, those that show up to events or those that are engaged in some cases informally on social platforms and a variety of the other ways that work in some cases better for their schedules, membership make sure that there's a conversation and there's a place for people to go to know how to participate at the level that works best for them. It's also where when people need to get things done or they're looking to, again, really kind of optimize the value of being a member, they can connect with Kamna, who does an extraordinarily good job at making sure that members are very aware of all the different opportunities to stay involved and get involved. In terms of programs, 4 key categories of programs this year. Things of course evolve and become better. One being, again, as I mentioned, the Independent Communicators Roundtable, best for independents. Second being the Networking 9, which is the monthly invite dinner where the team does an amazing job bringing together some really amazing like-minded individuals for a great dinner at the same place each month. Professional development events, learning opportunities, in some cases case studies, in other cases real skill building events. And the 4th being networking events, whether it's just going to Sip and Savor, getting some wine, or a speed networking event like one that we have coming up in
June 12th.
June 12th. I'll be there, which is very exciting. Expect to see everyone here there. And then lastly, communications. As I said, this past year it's been split into all the social, all of the website. The marketing team has partnered really closely with the communications portfolio. Those that are members may have received a packet of postcards highlighting some of the events that I just mentioned. They're sent directly to the home, and then there will be other postcards coming that are highlighting 3 new things that I'm really excited about. One being the job board. So members and non-members, anybody, especially folks in this room, who know of a relevant opportunity or job to communicators in the San Francisco Bay Area, they could post that today at no cost. There may never be a cost, but it's really a great place for particularly employers that are looking to hire from the Bay Area. They post jobs there. The second is Marketplace. So independents agencies, consultants, anybody who is a member can post a little bit about themselves, contact information on how to find and learn more information about the specific things that you deliver for your business. That's another thing that we launch on our website next to the team, so that it's just adding to that list of things that are really of value to members. So communications, programs, and membership. There's going to be one at each area for about 10 or 15 minutes. Answer all your questions, and we'll continue having a good time. Thank you very much.
Thank you
Thank you.
guys.